Good day. My name is Mark and I'm the MD of The Guardian. If you're getting this video, it probably means that the organisation that you work for or volunteer with has chosen The Guardian as their service provider to get clearances done against the Sex Offenders Register, Child Protection Register, and to have a criminal check done. The purpose of this video is to kind of just unpack three things. The first is, why does this have to be done? The second is, how is it going to be done? And the third is, really, what do you need to bring along to make sure it happens? So, in terms of the first thing, why is it getting done? The Sex Offenders Register and the Child Protection Register are two different registers handled by two completely different pieces of legislation. Sex Offenders Register, Sexual Offences Act. Child Protection Register, Children's Act. Those two registers don't talk to each other, and so we have to abide by both pieces of legislation. And what's interesting is that if your employer chooses to not do these checks, both acts say that they must terminate your contract of employment. So really it's something we just have to get done. With regard to the criminal check, guys, that's something that we're going to do because it makes sense for the employer to just keep everything above board and know if there are any challenges. Please be aware that a criminal check is not a sexual offences register check. A sexual offences register check is not a criminal check. Those two checks have very different dynamics. And so very often we will have people wanting to use their sexual offences register check as a criminal check and vice versa. That can't happen. So the next thing is, what do you need to do? Well, I need you to, if you're having a criminal check done or a sexual offences register check done, I need you to bring your ID along with you. Your ID must have your full name on it. So an ID book, a passport, an ID card are all examples of acceptable forms of identification. Very simply because they have your first name and surname on it. Your driver's license for that very reason will not work. In terms of your child protection register, if you're having that check done, what you do need to ensure is that you bring along a clear, certified copy of your ID. Please make sure that the certification is not older than 3 months old, otherwise we can't use it. The final thing that I need you to bring along with you is that I have to have consent to do these checks. You need to sign to give me consent. Like I said earlier, failing to give consent means your employer must terminate your contract of employment. However, in giving consent, I need different consent for each of these three checks. I need consent for Child Protection Register, I need another consent for Sexual Offences Register, and I need another consent for a criminal check. You'll receive blank documents before our technician arrives. You can fill them in before the technician gets there, but please don't sign them in his presence. Guys, if you've got any other questions, please feel free to reach out to us at admin@theguardian.co.za. Alternatively, speak to the person in your organisation that's dealing with us, because they probably are going to understand what is going on and they'll probably be able to answer your questions. Have a great day and we look to getting this sorted out for you. Thanks.